Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're embarking on what's honestly the ultimate quest, conquering the incredibly complex biology of aging, and our secret weapon, artificial intelligence. We're going to break down exactly how AI is taking age reversal research from a timeline of literally lifetimes down to mere weeks. Plus, we'll look at the actual mind-blowing lab data showing that we can reboot our biological software. Okay, let's dive right into this. I really want you to completely reframe everything you think you know about getting older. Seriously, what if your body has a hidden backup drive that could reverse your age? Now I know, it sounds totally like science fiction, right? But believe it or not, it is the absolute foundation of the most cutting-edge biological research happening right now. So enter the information theory of aging. This is a concept championed by top researchers, like Harvard's Dr. David Sinclair. The big idea here is that aging isn't physical hardware breaking down. Instead, it's a loss of cellular epigenetic information. Think of it exactly like corrupted software on your computer. According to this theory, your cells actually hold an original, totally uncorrupted backup version of your youth. It's just sitting there, waiting to be accessed and rebooted. To really grasp how wild this paradigm shift is, let's compare it to what we used to believe. For the longest time, we just thought of aging as simple wear and tear, like an old car slowly rusting away over time. That's the old theory of physical DNA damage. But this new paradigm totally replaces that with software corruption. We aren't just wearing out, our cells are literally losing their software instructions. Over the years, they simply forget how to read their own original healthy blueprint. Actually, think of it this way. Your DNA is the piano, but epigenetics? That's how the music is played. Every single cell in your body has the exact same genetic keys, but they play completely different songs. A skin cell plays a different tune than a nerve cell, right? Well, aging happens when specific cellular enzymes, these guys called sirtuins, get distracted. They rush off to repair broken DNA, and when they finally come back, it's like they forgot how to play the right genetic music. And that messy, out-of-tune music? That is what we experience as aging. All right, moving into Section 1, AI accelerates the cure. 160 years. Think about that. To find a molecular reset switch that could eventually just be put into a simple, everyday pill. That would have taken human scientists an estimated 160 years, a physical, tedious trial and error in a lab. But then AI entered the chat. 8 billion. And this brilliantly illustrates the power of this tech. AI allowed Sinclair's lab to virtually screen 8 billion chemical molecules to find the specific ones that safely trigger the body's age reversal. So instead of 160 years, AI literally compressed an entire lifetime of scientific discovery into just a few weeks. It's wild. As Dr. David Sinclair himself points out, because AI tools can now map the physical structure of every single protein in the human body, researchers can virtually dock billions of molecules into those proteins. So AI isn't just crunching random numbers here. It's actually understanding the fundamental rules and patterns of biology, and that is speeding up drug discovery on a completely unprecedented scale. Okay, let's get into the results. Section 2, Lab Miracles and Monkeys.
Guys, the laboratory breakthroughs here are absolutely staggering. We are not just talking about slightly slowing down aging. The data shows actual age reversal. For example, researchers achieved 100% optic nerve regrowth in monkeys. They literally clamped and crushed the nerve to cause blindness, and then used this technology to regrow it completely. That is a biological first. Plus, they've de-aged human mini-brains in petri dishes and watched the electrical sparks recover. They've seen old female mice start producing fresh eggs again and completely rejuvenated mouse strength, memory, and balance in just 4 weeks.
Now, you might be wondering, what happens if we reverse age too much? Like if an adult cell goes all the way back to age 0, it becomes a stem cell, which could cause a catastrophic fail state, like cancer. Well, luckily, the cell has this incredible built-in safety mechanism that scientists are calling the observer. It acts as a biological backup copy that safely halts the whole age reversal process at about 75%, completely protecting the organism's cellular identity. And because of this safety net, we're looking at a whole body revolution where age reversal can target specific, devastating diseases. For glaucoma and blindness, the mechanism is regrowing the optic nerve. For Alzheimer's, it's clearing brain dysfunction and restoring electrical firing. For MS and ALS, it's about de-aging nerve cells and reconnecting those nerve-muscle junctions. So we aren't fighting these diseases directly with traditional medicine anymore. The tissue is simply being de-aged so it can heal itself. So when is this happening? Let's look at Section 3, the timeline to reversal. The acceleration of this science is just incredible. The underlying information theory was proposed back in the 1990s. Then, in 2020, age reversal in mice hit the cover of Nature magazine. By 2023, scientists finally proved that information loss truly causes aging in mammals. But the biggest milestone? The potential start of FDA greenlit human trials as early as April 2026. We are talking about trials aiming to erase up to 57% of biological aging in humans in a matter of weeks. Seriously, 2026?
While we wait for 2026, let's talk about Section 4, how to slow aging now.
First up, let's look at managing your blood sugar, which is absolutely critical for longevity. On one hand, you have metformin. It's a prescription glucose lower, highly effective, but it can cause some serious stomach upset. On the other hand, you have berberine, which is an over-the-counter natural alternative. Dr. Sinclair himself noted that he made the switch to berberine to keep his fasted glucose low without dealing with those stomach issues. Keeping that glucose in check is huge because it protects your cellular proteins from getting damaged.
So, the crucial point is, you might want to take a quick screenshot of these protocols. Derived directly from the source material, here is exactly what to focus on. On the things to take side, we've got highly pure white NMN, resveratrol, make sure you mix that with a fat like olive oil or yogurt for absorption, niacin and nattokinase for heart health, and brain fuels like ketone IQ or matcha. Now, on the avoid side, sugar. Just avoid it, it acts as a toxin attaching to your proteins. Also, no smoking, avoid consistent daily alcohol, which can literally physically shrink your brain, and try to avoid a completely sedentary lifestyle. But you know, why do these specific lifestyle choices actually matter? Well, it's because every single daily choice you make directly impacts the epigenetic marks on your DNA ladder. Avoiding sugar prevents it from gumming up your proteins and causing dysfunction. Exercising until you literally lose your breath at least 3 times a week, that tells your body it needs to survive and repair. Intermittent fasting for 15+ hours naturally boosts those brain-fueling ketones. Deep sleep clears out harmful amyloid proteins in the brain, and de-stressing, like practicing box breathing, lowers your nervous system load, which lets your sirtuin enzymes actually do their repair jobs instead of constantly fighting stress.
Wow. Okay, we have covered a staggering amount of ground today in this explainer. From the information theory of aging to AI screening billions of virtual molecules in mere weeks, the acceleration of this AI-driven longevity research is absolutely breathtaking. Which leaves us with one final, pretty profound question. As we finally learn to safely reboot the software of our cells, will you be the last generation to age? Thanks for joining us today, and as always, keep questioning everything you know.